Maranghi staring back at me.
Gareth Maranghi and a bit of Reginald D. Hunter.
Oh, I love Reg.
That's your DVDs. I've had them for like years.
I know, but I've not been meaning to watch them for a while. I've got that many.
Mark's getting his notes out.
Oh.
Welcome to Downturn Take 6.
6? Is
No.
it? Yeah,
Is this take 6?
No, it is. I'm
No, it is Take 6.
I'm just surprised we made it this far. Plus, my notes, in between the middle of my notes, I've got a kitchen diagram.
This has been quite shocking as well, because we did say Take 5 was the final one, the 13th Warrior
No,
review.
we said, this should be the last one. But it's not. We kept
I'm
that
just-
going for a
just
long time.
Trying to mess with him.
Nice.
We've got a guest tonight.
Oh, drum roll.
Who is it?
Well, I can't give him his full name, so we'll just call him Matt. He's not quite got a Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski yet.
No.
Well, he has, but we can't say it because we don't do second names. You notice we've introduced him and he's not even spoke.
I'm thinking for a smart second name for myself. Like
Like-
it was like Ben Sanchez.
Ben
Uh-huh.
Sanchez. True.
I want Matt.
Konnichiwa or
Oh,
something.
no, it's not Matt. Matt's not my name. It's Big Safe.
Big Safi.
Big Safi.
Big Safi in the house. Big Safi taking you home all the way to midnight.
Why did he sound like a rapey fucking
know.
radio DJ?
He's looking at me. That's why.
I
Maybe
can't
that's 'cause-
even keep eye contact with you after you've said that about me.
That's because I'll Clone Wars over there. 'Cause that's exactly where he's going.
Hashtag me too, right? Ken,
Exactly.
calm yourself. Begone, Spectre. Pretender to the throne.
No one will ever know.
So tonight we watched, on Matt's suggestion, he suggested to me a wee while back that we should review Hot Rod.
Good suggestion.
Good suggestion, good film.
I'd seen it, had you?
I can't remember. It's been there's bits in it I think I'd seen, but then other bits I'm thinking, have I seen this?
You were high, weren't you?
High or drunk?
I was
Or
neither.
both.
I just love the film.
And rightfully so. It was a belter of a shout. We've had a lot of good shouts for things today.
The other-
This was one of my favourites.
The other thing that might have happened is it's one of them films that you would end up watching and then end up pumping someone halfway through it.
Guilty.
I watched. I hope that didn't happen. 'Cause when I watched this at Chris's with about 18 other boys that had all seen the film and I hadn't.
18
So-
other guys.
Aye.
I got it done in one of the montages.
Aye.
So
Sounds,
didn't miss much.
well, to be fair, this film could have been, they could have called it what? Just montage.
Hot montage.
Awful lot. I think this film has the most montages I've ever seen in a film. Usually they have one, maybe two.
There's
This entire film was montages. We decided, what was it? 1 hour 23 minutes was basically the length of the film. Take out the montages, 13 minutes.
a Rocky film usually only
Yeah.
has two.
Two
This
tops.
had about 10.
I've written down when there's montages, so I will let you know.
I think we'll just rip off other montages as well.
Oh yeah.
They do it well though.
If you can't beat them, rip off their montage.
Open one for the working man.
Mark again with a cool can of Coke, because Pepsi never gave us any fucking sponsorship either.
Did Coke?
No, but Coke tastes better.
Right,
Coke, I do think I can't really tell the difference. It's like a little Nicky kind of thing.
Me and Matt had a
Aye.
conversation about this the other day at
Aye.
work, and it's a point. It's like I used to think I preferred Pepsi. I like Pepsi better in my whiskey, but if I'm just having a drink of like a can of juice, I'd rather have Coke than Pepsi now. And I don't know when that changed.
I think I've started to like Coke a bit better, but for years I couldn't tell the difference. Now I think I could.
Oh, I could definitely tell the difference. like.
Pepsi's like flat Coke.
That's a good point,
And
actually.
then
Is a bit
Dr.
flat.
Pepper's like flat Pepsi.
Hate
I
it.
do not like
I've
Dr
got, like,
Pepper.
a
It's got
hierarchy.
cherry in it, isn't it? Dr Pepper. It's kind of got like a cherry.
No,
kind of
it's
taste.
dandelion and burdock. Remember that?
Ah, it's a
That's
strange
what it's
drink.
like. That's
Yeah,
exactly
that
what
is a
it's
weird
like.
drink. Why would anyone make that into juice?
Well, everybody's got different taste buds.
Well,
Oh yeah, I've made a
this is
drink
wrong.
here. It's carrot and beetroot. Fuck off.
Ah, but some
Dandelion and
folk-
burdock.
Some folk like
Nettle
beetroot.
and fucking daisies.
You never had nettle soup?
Nah.
It's nice.
No, I don't
Sorry,
live
Bear
in. I
Grylls.
don't live in the back countries of Dalbeattie here, man.
My nana lived.
Hey, well, although Matt fucking stays up in the sticks, he should have had that shit.
This is it.
Guilty.
I ate a nettle for a dare when I was a wee boy because I saw a TV program that showed you how to eat it
Aye.
with stinging you.
Fold it up like on the
Yeah,
inside.
I couldn't do it now, but at the time I was like,
Well, it's funny you say that. I've got a nettle here.
sorry, I will do anything for a fiver. Anything.
See,
Well, I've got a clone here.
if you had a clone, what would you do?
Oh, we had this.
And that's
discussion.
all we're going into about that.
Mhm. It was.
Kenny, I'm looking at you. Mate.
Guilty.
Oh,
You're loving a wee
glorious.
guilty
Yeah, I can't say any more about it because I'll just incriminate myself.
Exactly it. So Mark has well, he's got the majority of the notes as per. I thought I was going to struggle to write a couple of pages of notes for this. Last time I wrote 2 pages of notes for 13th Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
This time I wrote 2 pages again.
I had 4 last time, and I thought it was 3, but it was 4. But
What happened? Did you run out of fingers to count on?
well, you know, I do come from the back country.
I led my toes.
This was a lot easier to write notes on.
See, I found
felt
it.
it was.
Well, I mean, I've just wrote down bits that I thought was funny, and it seems to have montage every other line. So
I'm interested to see what folks think about this, because 13th Warrior seems to be either completely beloved or it was okay. Doesn't really seem to be an in-between. I think this is almost universally loved by men.
I think it's good because it's funny.
Aye, it's a man's
It's a
funny film.
Bad
Maybe
funny film.
it's funny, but like not meant to be funny. It's
Yeah.
like stupid humor that men get.
Mm-hmm. Done well, but
I think Paul said in the chat that he liked it.
because he's got fine choice.
It was on Sky Cinema.
Aye,
I'm surprised at that. Wait, when did
Watch
that
it
come out?
again when I get home.
1999.
No, it was way later than that.
no,
No, 13th Warrior was 99.
it was meant to come out in like late '97. I looked into it though. Like there is like, mind how I said John McTiernan was the director and he got chucked off in The Offer. Michael Crichton come in. He literally did make it longer and they've cut it down, and they literally said 20 minutes this film's missing.
I would
Exactly what you
definitely
said.
agree with that. Yeah.
And the actors are like, I'd love that to come out, because years later they're like, if that came out that cut, it would be good to bring that out. And
Director's cut, 13th Warrior.
aye, and do you mind how we said about the fat woman? Like the wee thing was fat, the wee
Yeah,
medallion.
but was it not maybe pregnant?
The original director, like the Queen, was a massive fat pregnant woman, and then the offers changed it into like, oh, she's got to be pretty, she's got to be hot.
She wasn't pretty.
Well, not pretty, but hot, like a scary fuck. Ken,
Oh.
that was the Six
Plot
Spice
twist.
Girl. Ken, spice up your life.
I'll fuck space.
But anyway,
Jesus.
this film we were gonna watch. Now I think this is on Netflix, but my Netflix wasn't working for some reason last
I'm
night.
gonna be raging if this was on Netflix.
I'm sure it was, but you have to search for it. Have you noticed how shit it is sometimes to
I've
try
got
and
a
find things?
Fire stick as well. You see that little remote trying to go through everything.
Did you
What's
can get an
harder?
app for your phone though, where you can use the keyboard to type.
I've only got one in from a telly, okay?
All right, okay.
So I went the old DVD route though.
DVD.
Aye, but I didn't have a remote from a DVD.
How do you get
player.
that to work? Do you put coal in it?
Ken, 50p for the DVD.
Do you know how long it take to the fire started? I've got an extensive collection though, so when the shit hits the fan, go for it. You've got a backup.
Does porn count as a collection or?
I don't know. My pal used to keep them in a microwave voice. He had a microwave in his room that was just to keep his porn stash, and I'm like, what if your dad wants to make a burger? He's got a microwave down the stair. He's not coming up here. I'm like, well said, sir. You win
out.
this.
We only
man.
need one microwave.
Get
Oh,
out
well,
of
this is it.
get out of my room, Dad. That's my microwave.
I think it was his dad's stuff that he'd stole. So where have my pornos went, son? Didn't he check the microwaves?
That's a question you never want to have to ask, is it?
No.
Excuse me, son. Have you seen my porn?
I have. It was it was quite good.
But I watched this with my girlfriend. She realised after it came on that she'd seen it before, and she said, oh, it was alright. And then I got a review for her after on, but she'd worked really hard all day, so she fell asleep through most of it. But she'd seen it before, so it's an
Would you-
extensive DVD movie review.
Would you care to give us her review?
Of her review.
Yeah.
I will, but
I think you should give hers first, because I mean,
This-
our review no one cares about.
this-
Megan's is probably sense.
important. She's got sense, unlike this fella. Me. Megan's review dictated. I slept. It was a good sleep. Very good. And she went, what do you need? And I went, Megan, that's actually perfect.
Do you think we should put a Adagio for strings underneath that one?
I think we could find just something classical.
You need to get a montage of her
That's
sleeping.
not a
or
sad
something.
review. That's just
Why am
good.
I thinking?
Nah, but I didn't have a remote for the DVD. Well, I do, but I just can't fin it because it's been a while since I used
You
it.
can just put it in the Xbox.
I knew you're talking. No, but I broke my last Xbox. You're not really meant to put, even though they work, you're not meant to put them in. They fuck it up.
Do they?
Aye, like mine got the all. Maybe not once, but I've just got in the habit of not doing it. But I'd sit through 2 trailers. Can't remember what the first one was, and then the second was for a film that came out about the same time, Stardust. You ever seen that?
Stardust.
Robert
that
De Niro, kind of
rings a
fantasy
bell.
thing, right? It's pretty crap. But Ricky Gervais is in it for a wee bit.
I think yeah, maybe that's why I know it then.
But what I noticed is, and I had a wee freak out, in the trailer, the music for the trailer, Demi Borgir. Seriously, like the metal band, the black metal band, but it was one of their orchestral pieces.
Right.
And I was like, who
In
thought
Stardust.
it works? It
I imagine
actually
it-
works.
I can
And
imagine
I
it
was-
work.
I'm watching it now.
it's just, but it was mad, so it was good. But and then we got started. But
I like how we were reviewing Hot Rod. We've talked about 13th Warrior and the films on the trailer of the DVD.
well,
Building up.
we've got to tell folk what we've been up to, Ken.
What,
You know,
since Sunday?
a lot can happen in that time. Stephen Hawking died, or
Stephen
they
Hawking.
unplugged him basically. Ken.
Should have turned them on and back off again. I bet it just needs a software update.
Oh
right
god, it's too late now, isn't it, Ken?
that's bad, man. Stephen
Apple
Hawking.
slowing him down as
Ah,
well.
it's like-
Apples. Stephen Hawking.
Class act, though. Good man.
Top man.
But right, you want some facts about this film
Hit-
or
hit- you can-
information?
do you want to hit us with some info and facts before we get into the plot?
Okay. Hot Rod, 2007. It was brought out. This film was written by a lady, Pam. I think it's Streisand. But The Lonely Island, basically, which is the star of this film, Andy Samberg and Jorma Taccone and the Virgin, and I can't read his name here, they rewrote it to fit them because the film was originally written for Will Ferrell, but they changed it round and it's Andy Samberg that's in his place, basically. But they've changed the script slightly.
I'm a big fan of Will Ferrell, and
Will
I
Ferrell's
don't
good.
think it would have worked with him.
They did change the script, but I don't know. But imagine Step Brothers, but with one Step Brother.
It's actually him on that wee bike.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's where I'm struggling. He's
You
a
think
big
that's
fella.
what he
Bit
went
more
to, mate?
comedy.
I'm not getting on that
Exactly.
bike.
Right,
but-
well, we've got this film here for you, and you took one look at the bike and went, nah, see you later, lads.
Reviews for this film, you're talking your IMDb, your Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, literally only 2 points different between them, between this and the 13th Warrior.
So you might say this was the logical next step after 13th Warrior.
Absolutely.
Do you think Matt knew that? He's probably on IMDb and he's like, horror, that'd be good.
Exactly.
He finds a way. IMDb 6.7, 41 Rotten Tomatoes, 43 Metacritic. Not much difference. At the box office, it
See,
cost.
They seem like pretty shit reviews for such a
I
good film.
Bad good films.
Aye,
Bad good film, true, yeah. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes.
it's a
Fuck
lot of shit.
Metacritic.
It's a lot of shit in it, really, but there you go. But 25 million it made in the 25 million was the budget it was made for. Made 14 million at the box office. But this is just DVD rentals alone, 24 million.
So it's made its money back.
It made its money back as soon as it was out, and then it was considered. It was probably, or it was basically, this is a flop at the cinema. All had on. This has actually made money. Gee, Andy Samberg and the Lonely Island, more stuff today movie wise, because they're on Saturday Night Live at the time as well. Give them more movie roles basically, so that kind of
Was this Andy Samberg's kind of biggest, like his kind of breakthrough film?
first
It's
kind
the
of
first
movie?
film I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Definitely, he had wee bit parts, but nothing big. But he was famous for
He's
Saturday
kind
Night Live.
of got the same character and everything Andy Samberg. I mean, it appeals to me because I like the likes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Good.
Brilliant, I love it.
Great.
But he's very similar to that as he is in this.
Aye, definitely. Play to your strengths.
He reminds me of a young Adam Sandler. Remember when Adam Sandler was funny?
Well, all his films came exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Nicky's not like Big Daddy. He's the same guy basically, but
They're all the same. He's got him in it.
but
Oh,
aye.
man, I
but-
loved Big Daddy and Little Nicky.
Watched Big Daddy the other day.
Did you?
Aye.
Good film.
If you ever go and film for it about 5-6 o'clock at night, Big
Guaranteed
Daddy's
to be
on.
on.
Or Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Class.
What's your favourite Adam Sandler film? Just out of curiosity.
Probably Big Daddy for me. Oh,
He's tough. Happy Gilmore's good, but I've
Billy
got
Madison.
Billy Madison. See, I just have
See, I've got a really soft spot for Billy Madison.
See, Little Nicky's just got a really soft spot for me.
Yeah, Little Nicky's
The
good. too.
cameos and stuff. Henrik Coverwinkler and Bees.
Brilliant.
Tarantino's in it for no reason.
Brilliant.
I just love, and fucking Debo, fucking Tony Tiny Lister's his brother, and fucking Rhys Evans.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome. He's like if he was an animal, he'd be my spirit animal.
Also, Winston Wilson in it.
Holy shit, he's the dad, isn't he? Rodney Dangerfield's his granddad.
Yes.
Hey, who woke me up? Or
Hey,
Mr.
can I take him with me?
Or, as he's well known, Mr. Burns' brother.
You,
Again.
tithead, go with my father. Mr. Burns' son.
Oh, son, yes. God, no. Aye, no, Burns' father just adopts him. Do you want to go with this evil millionaire?
Let's roll.
Aye, Hot Rod.
Aye, bye.
exactly.
How was Hot Rod?
If you listen to this podcast, you know we get waylaid.
It's all good. It's all good. But opening. What do we open with, Chief?
A stunt.
A stunt.
And 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
Europe.
A lot of Europe in this soundtrack, which I'm a big fan of.
In fact, let's be honest, the thing that gets you from the start with this film is the fake moustache.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might need to do that.
What, a fake moustache?
Oh, just like the full
Fake
thing.
beard.
Yep. I'm going to come in one day just looking like Scott.
Like a beard of peas. See, I was actually thinking the other day, no one knows what we look like. We keep talking about how we look and stuff. No one has a clue.
No one that listens to this.
Well, our 3 fans probably. know.
Aye. But there might be a wee boy from Zimbabwe that doesn't know what we look like.
What do you call someone from Zimbabwe? I don't know what it is, but I really hope it's a Zimbab.
I was going to say Zimbabwean.
I was going to
That's
say
probably the answer,
Yeah, I
but
was
do you not
gonna
think it'd be
say-
cooler if they were a Zimbab?
See when you've got a Fitbit game and up the top it'll say SCO for Scotland or ENG for England.
Yeah.
What happens when Nigeria play Germany?
Let's leave that there.
No, but I don't know what happens. Do they change in it?
They probably put Germany first.
I seen a picture
that's
of
a
it.
good point.
I don't. No, you can't do that.
Aye.
Germany, the home team.
Surely the rules will change.
Aye, surely, because no, but I always wondered that. I thought, that would be a bad move, Ken. But obviously, they've surely.
It must have
somebody
happened. I've seen a picture of it.
Oh,
I
right,
don't
so
think
it is a thing.
I think
Aye.
I've seen
I don't
it
know
on
if it's
Facebook,
ever happened, though.
God, I hope no. Christ, that's horrible.
That's why the score's in between.
But we start with a jump.
Starts with a pretty painful looking jump, has to be said. Did you reinforce the rab? No. So he does it
Full
anyway.
of confidence.
Aye.
Oh, the moped with the pedals.
Oh yeah, he pedals the moped.
And this is Andy Samberg, who's playing Rod Kimball, who does this.
Hot rod.
Hot Rod. And he does this jump. His pals are looking on. Kevin.
Well, you're saying pals. It's his crew.
It's his crew. Aye, absolutely. Includes Bill Hader, who plays Dave, who's famous for South Park, Saturday Night Live, and Big Danny McBride.
Daddy
Kenny Powers,
McBride,
as you know
Kenny
him.
fucking Powers.
This was his first big film, and I saw a good fact about Danny McBride in this film. All the actors have fake alcohol. Every beer he holds is real.
I could believe that.
I could believe that too. But he does this jump. It's over some sort of truck and fails miserably.
Unbelievable
Right.
how painful this jump looks.
Scott basically said, "That looked well, sir." I looked it up. The stuntman that actually did this jump broke his leg.
I'm surprised he never broke his neck. Because he seemed to land neck first.
I'd rather break a leg than a neck, like.
A neck.
We've only got one.
Do you have two?
But, so that's how it starts.
So yeah, he crashes. It's almost like an instant death, and then he spews.
Good way to start any film, I think, really. Ken.
A broken leg and all your feelings a bit sick. It's not
well,
bad going.
Exactly. Good shout. Good shout.
But then Rico, who's Danny McBride, just comes out and says, "I found some fireworks in the bathroom. Light them." They do much.
They don't do anything.
There's a lot of just wee
There's
little
a lot
bits.
of strange scenes. He basically decides he's going to do a pool jump. He's going to jump the local pool. And he's driving around. He has this kind of like little following of kids. And he basically stops, says, "The pool, I'm going to jump it, be there or be square." And then does some pathetic donuts.
I thought they were alright.
On that moped, they're alright.
Yeah, but they're pathetic. And it's a case of be there or be square. To which then it cuts to that scene where he's sitting with his friends. It's Dave, Kevin, and Rico, and he's guessing the jelly bean flavors, and he gets 100 out of 100 right. So I mean that's pretty impressive.
I couldn't do
What I'm actually more impressed at is that there's 100 flavors of jelly bean.
that. Is there though?
Probably not in Britain. I think only in America.
Aye.
Like you probably get like I don't know, knob cheese flavored jelly beans.
Popular, are they?
I wouldn't know.
Maybe on Fire Island, Ken.
Maybe.
But we enter Rod's house, basically, where he lives, where his mum. You've already met his brother, that's Kevin. And then
Quite
his
possibly
stepdad.
my favourite character in the film.
Oh, God, yeah, stepdad. His mum's played by Sissy Spacek, and his stepdad, Frank, is played by Big Ian McShane, who's been in Pirates of the Caribbean and Deadwood.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Who was he in Pirates of the
You
Caribbean?
know the captain who's the squid with the massive tentacles on his chin? I can't mind his
David
name.
Jones.
Davy Jones. He plays Davy Jones.
Seriously?
Holy crap! No
See,
way.
Go back and look at the voice. You'll see it. And just picture him going Rhodesian fights.
That is fucking
real hard.
That's a kind of didn't expect
couldn't
that at
imagine
all.
that.
Nah.
Mark, facts out the wazoo.
See, this is
Could all
why-
be pish though.
blown.
I could just be making
Exactly.
all this up.
This is the thing. If Mark says Google it, I don't bother Googling. I just take it that he's Googled it before. He can tell
Listen.
me anything.
Your Google would appreciate anything. Like if you typed in A, it would maybe appreciate Amazon other than the things you gone looking for.
I will. Private browsing, mate.
Ah.
Google even doesn't remember. Just my FBI agent that knows.
Aye,
So
but-
basically, you get into the house, and he's talking to Kevin, and then for some unknown reason at this point, he goes down in the basement to fight with Frank, trying to earn his respect. That is pretty much the premise of this entire film. So,
I've heard worse premises.
oh, absolutely.
We went from a guy going with 12 Vikings to fight an ancient evil. I love it.
Shit premises are not a fucking not a stranger to us.
No.
Anyway, so he goes down and basically doesn't even. Frank's kind of like he's doing like setups or something with a medicine ball.
He's got a medicine ball with the song "Keep Your Hand on Your Gun."
And,
Classic old man workout music.
Basically, Frank kind of trips him up and then hits him and says the kind of immortal phrase, "Never sneak up on a man who's been in a chemical fire." and and at this point, they start fighting with sticks.
Rhodesian fighting sticks.
And it cuts to the mom. She's upstairs. She doesn't care.
They never
Frank,
do.
he dishes out kind of immortal advice throughout the fight as well. He's like, comes out with such great lines as, play the victim and you will be the victim.
Wise man.
Wise man.
Wise man.
Absolutely.
Very wise.
Don't know about the chemical fire. I'm still trying to figure that out.
And
Oh God.
this is when he starts talking about his moustache and stuff as well. Rod hits him with the all great men of moustaches, but real men grow them on their own. Come on, you know I have a hormone problem. So, gold. Basically, he gets his ass kicked and gets told to take out the bin, which he does. He takes the bin out, and then kind of starts walking back towards the house, and then from nowhere just runs and like catapults over the bin and
Slam
lands in the
dunk.
bushes.
The old Michael Jordan can.
Exactly.
Ridiculous. To which point you meet the typical girl next door, Denise.
Hello.
Typical.
Well, it's the
I
girl.
suppose, girl next door.
Girl next
aye.
door story.
Maggie next door to me looks nothing like that.
You ever seen the
Yeah,
film
mine
Girl Next Door?
No.
It's you know what eyes is it? Oh no, this is the woman that's in it. It's Alicia Cuthbert, the blonde.
Is the guy from this now in it as well? The guy who picks her up. Is he not the boyfriend?
Oh, Will Arnett.
No, it's not. No.
It's like him though.
Yeah.
I know who you mean, but it's like him. I can't think his name.
I
But
don't think I've seen that
she's
film.
oh, know what the premise is? So boy next door, he's young, starting to notice lasses, he's getting his hormones going, and then a porn star moves next door.
Quality.
It's
Hate
actually
when that happens.
it's actually quite. They actually got into a porn convention at the end with like real porn stars and that. It's quite
Amazing.
good. Megan had it, and I'm like, what is this? She went, oh, this is well good, and I'm like, you were damn right, that's good. Again,
Why couldn't you be her?
Is that?
Why couldn't you take me to porn star conventions?
I don't know, but this is the girl next door, Denise, played by Isla Fisher, who's in Confessions of a Shopaholic, Wedding Crashers.
I'm sorry, who?
Isla Fisher.
Not Isla.
It's Isla to me.
I said Isla before.
Aye, it's how it's spelled.
Is it ISLA?
ISLA. Spell it as you see it, right?
It's
Damn.
Isla Fisher.
Where do you get off? and she in real life,
will.
and she in real life, this shocked my mother. My mother hated Sacha Baron Cohen, starting to understand him now, but just thought, oh, he's Borat, I hate him. And I was like, oh, he's married to that lassie for Confessions of a
Isla Fisher.
Shopaholic. Aye, I'm not saying it now. And my mother just went, you are joking me, aren't you? I went, no, she can do better than him. Show a picture of Sacha Baron Cohen in real life. Oh, he's quite attractive, actually. And I was like, lesson learned.
I can't think of what he looks like apart from Borat.
Just
I'm thinking
Or
of
Ali
him,
G.
and I was going to say, no, Ali G. What's that thing he was in? Something about Grimsby.
it's called Brothers Grimsby. It was called as well.
yeah.
Aye.
That's kind of what I
Kinda
think.
more like
He
that,
kind of looks
aye.
like that in real life, doesn't he?
Kind of closer than Borat.
Oh god. yeah.
Ken,
Although,
easy mesh.
as you say, all good, all great men have moustaches.
But then we found out that Denise and
Oh no, you missed a
Rod
bit.
have known each
You
other.
look pretty.
That's at the end of this.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were jumping on.
No, they talk and
But you were
she's
just saying you
moved-
looked pretty there.
Aye.
You must admit, you looked good in this scene, Mark.
Thank you, I do try. But they basically know each other. I think the feeling is she's just moved back, or she's not seen him for years, and
I think she'd been at college. Is that?
Someone was that and he goes, "Oh, you look different," and she goes, "Oh, you look exactly the same." They get to a wee bit of flirting, and then what's the wee phrase here, Chief?
He's like, "You look pretty." What did you say? I said, "You look shitty. Good night." And then he runs away.
We've all been
Gold.
there.
We've all done that.
Karen. But then we go for that to. He goes to his room to think about everything,
To reflect on the day.
as we all do.
Here's a wee look at a picture of his dad,
Stand beside Evel Knievel.
which is obviously quite a fond memory of his.
With a great
Well, it wouldn't be a
moustache.
memory, would it?
Well, it's not really a memory, sorry. No,
Mhm.
it's no. But his dad was alive when he was born, obviously.
I didn't know my mother. She died before I was born. I saw that in something. I was like, what?
Probably.
that scene in this.
How would that work? That's not in this. Aye, but
He has his wee kind of inner monologue as well. He's like, "Oh, Dad lives on through me and my stunts," and his brother Kevin comes in. This is one of them other scenes that there's no point in it. He just screams at him, "Get out!"
Kevin gets half a flied a lot in this. He goes, "Oh Jesus!"
Yeah, Kevin gets scared quite a bit. Which is the next scene is when we get to the pool, and they're trying to get everybody cleared out of the pool, which is when you're introduced to another one of my favourite characters,
My favourite in the film.
Richardson.
If I could be in a film, this is all I would do in a film. I've got nothing else going for me apart from I can do.
Care to explain what
thrust.
Richardson does throughout the film?
It's just a thrust. it's a thrust to some, again, 80s electronic music or something.
We were talking about this, right? Now, the film's pretty much based in 2007. I think, this is my personal view, you would be like forgiven for thinking this film is set in the 80s with the ridiculous amount of 80s.
Is that not just his crew, though? Because his
I
crew's
think so, but I said to Mark tonight, I was like, when the hell's this film set? And
I
he's
never-
like,
I'd
2007. I was like, because it's the 80s with internet.
I'd never thought about it, but I can see why you think that way. But we came to a wee conclusion. Later on, he's wearing like a Hulk Hogan t-shirt.
Yeah, and
but
a
then
Stone
the scene
Cold.
before, Haley
Yeah.
pointed this out. One of his pals is wearing like a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. So, can it be any time? That technically has to be after
Got to be 90s, isn't it?
97 at least.
He could have started Hulkamania.
Rod Kimball, brother.
Want to see me do some jumps, brother?
Oh, but aye, so it's the big day, and Richardson basically wants to be part of their crew. And see, all I'm gonna think is if I had listened back to this, is you thrusting like Richardson now while doing the podcast.
You'll see me on Market Saturday night.
Matt's not really said much throughout the podcast, but I can assure you he's just standing there thrusting.
Just wait till the end when there's a video of me thrusting.
Oh
80s
God,
dance
aye.
music.
Imagine if that's the picture for this. Yeah,
That's what it should be.
On loop.
Matt's thrusting. Brilliant.
You know what I wrote for this in my notes, and I don't ask me why. I've just wrote "sexy Asian man dances." I don't know. I don't find them sexy. Maybe the other night I did. I don't know. But
I just got Richardson dance. And then my next part is obviously when he goes to start the jump. Denise comes. He's like, "Oh, Denise, you came." He's well happy. So then he starts to make his way up to the top of the ramp on his motorbike, which he pedals up.
yeah, it's got pedals as well as a very small engine.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty funny how he
Aye.
kind of half pedals up the
Pedals
hill.
a lot. Aye.
But
Like
when
a
he-
trike.
When he's up,
Mm.
yeah, definitely. When he gets to the top though, he summons his spirit animal from the kind of totem pole of doom that he seems to live by.
It's a fox this
It's a
time.
fox this time. Speaking of spirit animals, Matt, what's yours?
He looked this up.
Randomly a crocodile.
And why was this your spirit animal?
I can't remember what it said.
It said because you find crocodiles attractive or something, didn't it? Oh, was that you just saying that? Was it?
Because you just like to lounge about in water all day.
Crikey, that's a good-looking croc.
I don't think he said croc.
Oh,
No,
Jesus,
that's-
all right.
You're right. You feel
Well,
attracted to crocodiles, and not without reason. The scaly skin of a crocodile does it for me.
This could be a new career change. We've needed a new crocodile man since Steve Irwin went. Just stay away from stingrays, brother. Stay away from stingrays, brother.
So anyway, he jumps. He goes to do the jump. He pedals with all his might down the stunt ramp. Gets about halfway along, and face plants into the pool. Rather predictably, to be honest, because
Perfect.
see when you were looking at that ramp, I was thinking, not enough run up.
Oh, aye.
110% committed to the jump, though.
Oh, 100. I mean, he held on for dear life.
Every stunt, he's not going to make it, but he is committed.
100% committed.
Online, I looked at this. Andy Samberg actually did this one himself.
I would have done that jump myself. Like,
The fact I'm not smashing into the side of a van.
because it was into water, I'd probably have done that. Like.
Nah, I'd do it.
I'd do that now.
I'd come back to my trailer and say, "Send others to do it."
Yeah, I'd definitely do
Bring
that.
me cocaine.
That stuntman that broke his leg, bring him back.
I'm a star. I don't work for this. I'd be the worst Hollywood actor. But
because you'd be a bad actor, or just.
Have you heard my impressions, mate? I am a star.
I've heard your accents. They're not great.
Who is this?
So you're trying to do an
What-
English
what
guy
was
last
that?
time who was Italian.
Baba to be, babu, baba to be. But we go back to the house, and his mum is there to greet Rod, and inexplicably, Frank's sick. And
Yeah, there wasn't really any reason. Although they did say he'd been sick for years. I just hadn't told him.
About 21 years.
To be fair, right? See if someone tells me that I have a severe heart condition and I'm gonna die, and I get 21 years out of it, I'll be alright with that. Like.
Hey, Stephen Hawking got a long time at that. Was it motor neuron disease or something he had?
Was that actually what Stephen Hawking had?
Yeah, it was.
Was it
something like
Randy?
that? Aye, they said he had 4 to 5 years, and he lived. Oh, Jesus! I mean, a long time.
A
40
long
odd
time
years.
after
So
it, yeah.
good on him, man. That's
How old was he when he shut down?
76.
Oh, Stephen Hawking's getting it right.
Jesus. But aye. So and see when you walk in, Kevin is just being cradled by Frank because they love each other. He doesn't have to earn his real son doesn't have to earn his respect.
Exactly.
So they have a wee talk, don't they?
And Rod realizes he's the only one who hasn't been told about it, and basically he gets down and kind of in his face. He kicks Kevin out of the way, just like absolutely throws him out of the way, and says to Frank, "You're not allowed to die. Basically, I still haven't kicked your ass." And he's like, "Well, it's not going to happen now." To which point, Rod flicks out one of them like the police kind of buttons,
Nightstick.
a nightstick. It's gonna fuck him in the face with it. And, basically, he's like, "You can batter me all you want now. It won't mean anything because I'm dying." So that's when he takes it out on on a plant pot. And cue the first of many montages because he demands that he needs to go to his quiet place, which is apparently the forest.
Like a perfectly lit forest.
Perfectly lit forest, to which we only can assume is the. Well, we think it's from Dirty Dancing. None of us has seen
Someone's
Dirty
telling me
Dancing.
that.
So you know that the women are probably going to make us watch Dirty Dancing and review it at some point.
Maybe.
I mean, I personally can't wait to tell them about how... what the hell's the guy's name in it?
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze is a paedophile.
Well, they were going on about this, and I seen somebody
Dancing forest, you're a paedophile.
No, but I mean, she was 15.
Oh.
Beast.
But
Beast!
there's loads of this though. There's loads of Elvis went with Priscilla Presley when she was like 14 or something.
Beast!
Aye. When in her autobiography, she's like, "Oh, it was only heavy petting," and it's like, "Oh, so hand jobs are fine, were they?"
Heavy petting.
Aye, heavy petting.
That's a fucking phrase and a half,
Aye.
isn't it?
Charlie Chaplin was a
He was a
alleged
pedo, no?
paedophile. Aye,
He was a
12,
heavy petter.
12, 13. 12,
She
13.
looked 12 to me.
I wonder if that was that not the legal age in Mexico? 12.
Yeah.
They're
Legal
just-
age of consent in Mexico's 12.
Aye,
That's how you deal with your pedo problem. Like,
It's
innit?
11 or it's like 14, I think, in France or something. They're just
Germany,
wanting to
I think
move it
is.
up. Aye. Do you know that Denmark only like
Slightly worrying how I've got a known
I know.
fucking knowledge like the
You got that
legal
in your
ages of
atlas
consent.
upstairs.
but Denmark only 4 years ago banned bestiality.
So did Florida not so long ago.
Florida.
Florida was pretty recent.
That's why I like crocodiles, and I've just been to Florida. Spirit animal. Got one with the crocs.
We've gotten some tangent here.
What
haven't we?
was this like one of them quizzes? Like, you know how you get like what
It
kind
was,
of like what
yep.
kind of soap powder are you? And you basically clicked it. It's like, which one of these animals have you pumped? And you're like, crocodile.
But aye, we get a sick montage though.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the most 80s montage you
Mm-hmm.
could possibly think of. Is dancing, kind of punching.
Not as good as what's his name, Richardson's. Is it
Richardson's montage was pretty good. So technically that's
No, I
not.
meant the dancing.
Oh yeah.
The dancing.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Richardson dancer than a hot rod dancer.
You put the Richardson down to T almost.
It's all in the hips.
But then he takes a wee dive and takes a 47-second tumble down a hill.
See, I was going to say, you've put a wee dive, I've put quite the fall.
Quite the fall.
And the thing that actually impressed me most was the stones. They're real stones.
God,
There's
aye.
boulders following him down, and those fuckers look real.
Again, get the stuntman in.
Didn't see Sandberg signing up for this, didn't you?
No, I don't blame him. But he comes to conclusions after this, as you would after such an experience. He says he's been dancing all night.
The bit as well, yeah, he's came to the conclusion he's gonna try and do one big jump
Because he sees a sign.
that says one big jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he got that conclusion. I've also got here that like he starts talking about the jump with the crew, and he says weirdly for the second film in a row that he fell down a glen.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That annoyed me as well because he's American and can't say glen.
Aye.
How did he say it?
They just say it funny. You know, like a Scottish buddy would be like, "Oh, come on, we'll go down the glen."
Are we going to have to watch Braveheart or Rob Roy or something? So, Rob Roy's not right either. Nee, Ken what? Probably not in Braveheart either.
Braveheart, no, because fucking what, Mel Gibson.
Well, unless Brian Cox or Hamish, Brendan Gleeson. Oh, Brendan Gleeson's fucking Irish as well. Unless Brian Cox says it, you're fucked.
Exactly.
He's only in the film for 2 minutes.
I don't think he says Glen in it, does he? Unless there's
one
somebody,
on the line.
unless there's somebody called Glen.
I was going to say the best character in the film, but he's Irish as well. Stephen, the Irish guy.
Yeah.
Ken,
But I'm not on my island.
your island. Aye, it's mine.
It's mine.
He wasn't right in the head.
Lord says he can get me out of this, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
But they basically need 50,000 for the transplant, but they need to raise 5,000 before so that they can do the jump. Basically,
They need to do a series of small stuff to get to the big one.
It was at the end of the film. I asked what the transplant was for. I've watched this film hundreds of times. I've never realised they needed a heart
No.
transplant.
It's only mentioned twice, I think. Ken, it's,
But
it's
50
not-
grand for a heart.
Conveniently priced.
Aye. If this old ticker's going, just gonna ask Dad for 50 grand or something like.
But your dad's minted. Your dad just
He is
brought a
now.
mansion on wheels.
Exactly. And left me a mansion. Party mansion, Dad. See you later.
Lots of Richardson dancing in that one.
God,
But,
Camden, Matt, stop thrusting.
But the plan is, once the big jump is, he's going to jump 15 school buses, which is one more than Evel Knievel did. And I looked that up, and that's actually legit. It's like basically the fourth last jump he did, but the last two he didn't actually attempt.
Wonder how far that is actually in distance.
I don't know. I didn't look
Never
at that.
imagined.
It's probably about, how many buses was it? 14?
15. He was
15.
jumping 15.
He's jumping.
It's probably about 15 buses more than I could jump.
Aye, I
Yeah.
would say. Definitely.
Safely.
We'll get to this. We'll get there.
But they go through the plan.
They go through the plan, which is again, Dave had to go to work, so they do the plan at Dave's work, which is like every line is a
Montage.
different cutscene. It's kind of like a montage.
Aye.
It's like a different cutscene every time he's saying something. So like Dave works at the ice rink, so they're behind the counter giving out the ice skates. The next point is at like the kind of arcade bit, cleaning out the machine. The next point he's on like that ice machine, you know, like the
rink.
sweeper, I
smoother.
think it's called, isn't it?
No, it's a Zamboni.
Is that the actual?
Zamboni is?
Is that the name?
Do you never remember when years ago fucking, you know, the only reason I know it is because fucking like back in the day Austin fucking comes into the arena in a Zamboni
So
and they
he
call it a
does.
Zamboni
Yes.
against Vince, and it's like, he's driving a Zamboni, King.
I was gonna say,
That's the only reason I know.
who says that?
I thought it was.
It's JR.
Ah,
Is
JR.
it? Ah, good old
See,
JR.
everything's better with JR and King.
Abraham. We're gonna get to something later that would
Exactly.
be good with JR commentary. But aye, so that's the only reason. It's the only reason I know what Jezebel is as well.
Do you know, so they've talked about the plan and they celebrate the only way that I think anything should be celebrated.
Bubble wrap, baby. I love it, bubble wrap.
Big bubble wrap.
Oh, big bubble wrap, big American bubble wrap.
So they're popping that.
What a thrill.
But the next scene is, we all got a big kick out of this. I think it's just Rod shining a light with a mirror into Denise as she's playing very cute with a little dog.
We collie?
And was it a collie?
I think so.
You know your dogs.
I'm pretty sure it was a collie.
I like dogs, but
I'm
you
gonna
know
look a
them
total dick if it's not a collie, haven't I?
Aye, and then she comes over just to get her attention. As he comes over, he just starts wailing on an engine or something, doesn't he? With a hammer, like, "Oh, hey, Denise."
Like being
He's
manly.
trying to look manly.
Well, that's
He's-
what I do to impress the
Aye.
ladies.
Oh,
Just hit engines.
Just hit the front of my car and that with a hammer.
I usually used to like wait till I walked past and do the dishes. Like, I'm a man that does the dishes. How do you think about that, girl?
I'm a man, but I'm sensitive.
I'm sensitive, baby. I'm a sensitive man. But yeah, Denise is up for joining the crew. She's in it.
She's got to go through the initiation first, though.
Explain what that is, Chief. It's harrowing.
The initiation.
It's intense.
It's pretty much just.
What has he got in his hand? It's like a slushy. Isn't
Aye,
it?
a
It's like
slushy.
he just chucks a slushy over her.
Aye.
Is that on her shoe?
On her shoe, yeah.
It's
And
not even
she
on.
giggles.
And she just laughs, and it's like, oh, you're in.
That's sexual assault nowadays, isn't it? Can
That's like I could get pneumonia or anything.
you
I don't know. I mean, it looked pretty warm. Maybe get sticky and ants. That's what you get. That's how you get ants.
That's how you get the hints.
You can get pneumonia from ants, okay?
Imagine that, bro. These are the pneumonia hints.
But anyway, now that Denise is in the crew, it's time to introduce her to the crew. I think this was Matt's favourite bit in the
This
entire
was my
film.
favourite bit.
This is probably the most, I'd say, probably the most famous bit. Like, that you hear folk quoting the most anyway.
Do you know Haley watched the trailer for this film and she was like, all the bits that she laughed at, she was like, these are just the bits from the trailer. I could have saved myself.
Exactly.
to be fair, that works though, because I remember when Rush Hour 3 was coming out, there was a trailer for it. Me and Sam watched it. Sam, another member of the podcast. We watched it. The trailer is awesome. It looks well funny. We were actually laughing at the trailer. There's like a bit, like, imagine this, right? Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan in the back of a taxi, going well fast, singing "Gitchy Gitchy Ya Da Da Da." Right, hilarious. Gone to the film. It's about an hour and 15 minutes if you're lucky. None of the bits for the trailer in it,
Really?
and it's awful. It's a really, really shit
They're not
film.
going to show them in the trailer, though, are they?
What, the shit bits?
Aye.
Aye, but they take out the good bits in the trailer. They're not in it. So I'd rather have a good trailer that gives away bits than, you know, a good trailer than none
That's
of
what I'm saying. They're not going to show the shit bits in the trailer.
Oh, aye.
So you're
no,
like,
aye.
oh, where's the good bit?
But don't take the good bits of the trailer out the actual film, Ken. But yeah, pretty good. And well,
So
the
basically,
scene. What is the scene,
well,
Chief?
It's Matt's favourite bit. I think we should let him tell it.
No, it's where the group have gathered in, I think it's just someone's garage, isn't it?
Aye.
And they're all sat there. Well, they're sat there. The manager stood up. He's funny to me. Like, is it Kevin? His name?
Kevin, yeah.
He reminds me of the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Aye.
What's his name?
Definitely, actually, yeah.
Wolowitz.
Sure.
Is it Wolowitz?
Wolowitz.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Aye.
Just how he's dressed as well. But
And
anyway,
the hair.
aye.
Uh-huh.
They're all stood about, and it's Rod introducing himself, trying to be the big man to Isley.
It's better than my pronunciation. See, I've ruined it for everyone.
What was
now.
it? Isla.
Ayla.
Isla.
That was it. Isley.
Denise. She's got the film.
Aye.
Denise introduces him to her and tries to make himself sound like a big man. So he's, hi, I'm Rod. I like to party. And which is totally not true, just trying to make himself cool. Goes to, what's the...
Dave.
Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrible with these names. I just remember them parts of the film, but I don't want to ruin the bits coming up.
It's fine.
Nah, Dave.
Goes to Dave, and he's also like, hi, I'm Dave. I also like to party. And it's like a montage of going, no, you don't like to party. I only party. And then Rico joins in as well, and he's like, I like to party. Kevin's like, I'm Rod, I like to party. And
He's
it's
like,
just
no, you're not. You're Kevin. I'm Kevin, and I like to party.
by the end of that bit, I've got sore cheeks just from laughing for those 5 seconds of it.
I think you definitely displace that as well if
Aye.
possible,
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
I mean that was good, but it's impossible to do it justice.
I can do the
isn't
Rod.
it? I couldn't have done it that well, but you need to do that because it is glorious.
Kind of grumpy today, dude. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Just having those dreams again. You know how it's just me in a castle. I gotta fight like 1,000 wizards. The only way to beat them is to punch them as hard as I can in their faces. And then when I'm done, all their little wizard wives came out, wanted me just to have sex with them, which is kind of weird. Hey, look at this, huh?
Hey everybody, got some awesome news. We have a new crew member today, Denise.
Hi, everyone.
So I thought it'd be fun if we all went around and said our name and a little something about ourselves. I'll start. My name is Rod, and I like to party. All right, Dave, you're up.
Hi, my name is Dave, and I like to party.
No, Dave, I just said that I party, so maybe do something different for me.
My name is Dave, and I am the stuntman.
You know what? Let's move on. Rico, you're up.
Hello. I'm Rico, and I like to party.
Yeah, Rico, what did I just say to Dave?
Who?
Dave.
I like to party. I'm Rod.
No, you're Kevin.
Right. Kevin. I party.
No, you don't. Okay, nobody parties but me.
Yes, and we party.
No.
Yeah, just Rod.
Yes.
And me.
No, I'm the only one who parties.
I'm pretty sure I've partied before.
No, Kevin, I know for a fact you don't party, okay? You do not party.
You're right. Dave's the party guy.
Sweet.
Oh my God, shut up, okay? I'm just gonna do it for you. Denise, this is the crew. Dave's the mechanic, Rico makes the ramps, and Kevin is team manager / videographer. None of them party, right? Got it? Okay. Let's party.
It is the I listen scene of this film from like it is the iconic one.
I've got
You think?
my favourite scene's coming up. to be
You
honest.
might have
That
another
bit's-
favourite scene with the fact I'm gonna drop at the end of this, Chief.
Maybe.
There's
maybe.
a big one. So they all like to party, and
I'm
We
Brad, I
like to party.
so the training can begin, and we're gonna start with a lung strength. How do we strengthen our lung strength? You know,
Because
our
that's what you
tolerance?
need for when you're jumping 15 buses.
Yeah, of course. There's
Vital.
not much air up there.
Exactly.
Again.
Well, apparently to get yourself better with your lung capacity, the answer is to hold your friend underwater for 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Who guy did 40 seconds?
Well, Rod apparently.
The spirit animal he summons for that part, the bottlenose dolphin.
Is it the bottlenose
Yeah,
dolphin?
yeah,
I think
no,
it is.
definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
I've got it here, bottlenose dolphin.
I think a crocodile would have been better at that situation.
Aye!
But when don't I think crocodiles?
Better. It would have been better for the thrashing about when they held him down. Put it that
Exactly.
way.
They hold him down, but he's got a little bell that he's to ring, but the bell breaks the second he's done it, and he just flails about until nothing.
So the 40 seconds is up. He
I think
gets,
he knew what he was doing here.
He
He
basically.
knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, it's all part of the plan.
Gets pulled out the pool.
Dragged out because they realise he's like drowned, and at that point Denise gives him mouth to mouth, and basically comes to and then pukes on her. A lot of puke in this film.
I think that's the only 2 times there's puke.
That's it. Both times he's nearly died.
Aye.
He's puked up.
It's
Not
true.
doing bad.
To be fair, I suppose, yeah. So at that point, Kevin leans in. He's like, "Oh, you nearly died, and Denise gave you mouth to mouth." And he whispers, "Did it look like we were making out?" Yes. Cool.
It did. But, training number 2, we're going to do speed training,
Speed training to handle G-force.
which is basically a
No.
skateboard down a hill.
This was
Steep hill.
my favourite scene in the film
It's good.
because
Again, the crashes look amazing in it.
the crashes are brilliant. There's a lot of good crashes in this film. There's only one bad one, I think. And when we come to it, I'll tell you.
What's the safety word for this?
Whiskey.
Oh.
Why are you saying it like that?
Why am I saying what? Weird. Weird.
You're saying it all weird.
I'm not saying anything weird.
Okay.
What's he says? I can't remember the
Where
bit,
do
but
you
he's
get
like,
off?
Where do you get off?
You're splicing that.
Oh, I'm gonna have to splice that
I know
because
they're right back to back, but you have
But
to.
that bit's so
it's
funny.
it's
very
it's.
good not to.
I mean, when you say it back, without seeing it, you think, "Why is that funny?" But yeah, you can't do it justice. It's superb.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
So you mean whiskey?
What?
You're saying it weird.
Saying what weird?
All of it.
Where do you get off?
I just don't get why you're saying it that way.
Why I'm saying what way?
Forget it.
I will forget it. Denise, would you kindly clear the wheels? Okay, here we go. On 3. 1, 2. Whoa, whiskey!
I don't know how the safety word was meant to help him, considering they all stand at the top of the hill and just push him on 2. They don't even go for 3. 1, 2,
right.
go!
On 3.
It's a steep hill as well, and they push him off.
But then, I mean, he crashes into I think it's a caravan, isn't it?
Aye,
Parked
it's
on
like
the
some
street,
sort of
and
camper van.
obviously, I mean, it blows out the windows. It's such an impact. The caravan owner comes out, understandably furious. To which point Rico basically just kicks the shit out of him.
What's some of the quotes? Have you got the
He
quotes?
can't say, "I go to church every goddamn Sunday, and you bring the devil out of me."
As he hits him with a cone.
He's like, "This is my hat now. I'm taking his hat."
I've been drinking green tea all day.
Gets the bin out and tips the bin out. Not the trash can.
Brilliant.
It's
See,
great.
that would have been a good JR moment as well.
Oh, I've been class.
JR and King.
It's better with
JR
JR.
and
Got a traffic cone, oh my god.
Bit of wee baggard.
And from there we go to just another random dance scene. Really, it's Rico, Dave, and Kevin dancing at the van, pulling some Richardson competitions moves here. Like
It's the wee song 2 for 1. I need you. I don't know what that song is, but I felt the groove like it was superb. But so
He's trying to impress Denise, isn't he?
He's about to ask Denise out. We're two mature adults, and at that point, we're introduced to Denise's boyfriend, Jonathan, also known as Will Arnett.
Yeah.
Who is, in my opinion, probably in the top 3 voices.
Class.
Kelsey Grammer, John Benjamin, and Will Arnett.
I'd go for that. For TV shows.
For TV, brilliant voices.
I'd go for that, just for TV shows of that ilk. And Will Arnett, Job in Arrested Development, class.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
Brilliant.
Aye.
Love a bit of BoJack Horseman.
I
Absolutely.
don't think I've seen that.
You've never seen BoJack
I don't
Horseman?
think so.
It's good.
Oh, it's so good. You need to watch that.
4 seasons, man. It's good. 4
Four
seasons if you like it, can. No, it's belter.
No, I really enjoyed BoJack. The thing about BoJack is it's a roller coaster of emotions.
It is, isn't it?
It's funny, it's sad, it's everything, and the theme tune. Oh, such a good theme tune.
It's like the outro is like the outro theme as well. Is it no like Fella for the Black Keys or something?
No, he does the intro.
He
The
does the intro. Oh, is it the
the
intro he
outro's a
does?
band.
Aye.
I can't remember who does the intro.
Aye.
I need to look it up.
Aye, I mind hearing that. That's pretty good.
But anyway, Jonathan, he rocks up. Very white teeth.
Yeah.
That's what you wrote down.
I've wrote down. I've made a note of that.
That's what makes me think it's set in 2007 because the car he drives.
Drives a Chevrolet Corvette.
Aye, I think it is. I mean, I can see why you maybe think it was yours, but I'd never thought about it until you'd said it. Like,
No.
It's just, it seems like the camera as well, the way it's filmed seems like it's old. Do you know what I mean?
aye, a wee
It doesn't
bit.
look like a modern kind of filming.
It is 11-year-old. This film.
Yeah, but
That's
even
the
like
thing.
even for then, do you know what I mean? It just seems like it's made older.
Aye.
Not in a bad way. I just,
no,
I mean,
no, I get what you mean.
what
though.
it reminds me of is like an old school summer kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
But Jonathan's, it's hard not to like him because you know,
I mean, I
you
love
just
Will
hear
Arnett.
BoJack and that.
Exactly.
But,
I mean, he's meant to be a dick.
He's a dick, and
but-
it turns out he's the boyfriend of Denise, and then Rod basically backtracks and asks her, "Oh, what did you want to ask me? Oh, who do you think would win a fight out of a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich?" And she's like, "Is that really what you asked me?" Yeah, and
She gives a good answer.
if it's prison rules, it would be the taco, which Rod
Probably.
says
Makes sense.
pretty racist.
Probably.
But probably not not compared to some of the stuff I've said in this podcast.
This podcast alone.
I thought it was fine, but going by your reactions, it was oh no. But yeah, so he kind of backtracks on that.
So at that point we get back to the family home of Rob.
And Frank's well enough to have dinner with him tonight. And
So the mothers asked them for no fighting. So they all agree. Kevin
Kevin looks
Sid.
like he's about to scrap.
Kevin looks like he's going to kill him, but so yeah, no fighting, and basically that lasts all of 2 minutes. And
It wasn't even
that,
a fight, was it? It was just.
he just
was
hit him in the
squaring
face
him
with his
up,
stick.
yeah.
He's like, "I'm not going to let you wind me up," and he hits him in the face with a stick. At which point he just screams at him, "You're the devil!" And he storms out. So the next scene, again, another random scene. There wasn't really much point
It's just,
to that.
it just scene after scene.
Aye.
With the
Like,
montage.
yeah,
in
yeah.
between.
he just
Well, that
slams out the
rhymed.
door and just have fun being married to Satan.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Then we're back to training. Now, this point of the training, not quite sure why. Basically,
You thought any of the other trainings were
I mean, no, they weren't, but this one's particularly out there. I mean, he's basically wrapped up in like bubble wrap in a mattress, and then from nowhere, a fan just runs him over. End of scene.
aye.
when we just splicing out from this, there was when we were younger, there was a boy. I'll not mention names. Me and my sister, we used to bully him. It was like my best pal, but he was smaller than me,
I get it.
and he was ginger, so it was like he was the
So it was okay.
he was the punch bag. We got the cushions off the couch. He kind of like the arm ones as well because they
Oh,
fit
yeah.
perfectly up his sleeves, filled in full of pillows. And we used to roll him down the street in New Galloway. There was not many traffic, so it was like, it's fine. But you used to like kick him and everything. And he used to, every time, guarantee he'd run home crying. That's what it reminded me of. Just stand there and let me throw a washing machine at you or something.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was fun before the internet. It was great.
Don't go down to New Galloway.
It was a simpler time. It was a better time.
But basically, they're all hanging outside the wee kind of burger shop, and
This is where he asks out Kathy.
Kathy.
Puts the moves on Kathy.
And magically, apparently, she says yes, but we never see her say yes.
He hits Kevin with a pretty good line here as well. Because what Kathy says yes, supposedly, and they go for a double date with Jonathan and Denise. But Kevin kind of like, wow, I can't believe she said yes, and he's like, only to believe if you wish to achieve.
Was that not my school's motto? I think.
Sounds like something Steps would have sung about back in the day.
Exactly. It's like a 90s cheesy song. Isn't it? So they go on the double date, and Jonathan's a total dick. But again, because it's Will Arnett, I just think it's funny.
But Kathy no shows.
Kathy no shows, so he's been stood up. Anyway, Jonathan bumps into, what the hell's his name again?
Sullivan.
Sullivan, you chode, I owe you a punch in the nuts. So he runs over to talk to him and leaves Rod and Denise together. To which Rod gives her, lets her look at the picture of his dad and tells her the story about how he died, which is a pretty brilliant story. I wonder if actually we could splice that in.
Splicey.
Because that'll be good.
Hey, Denise. Have I ever showed you a picture of my dead dad?
No?
Oh, you've got to see it. He's super dead.
That him?
Yeah.
He looks so nice. He was a stuntman?
Oh, yeah. He used to work for Evel Knievel, testing his bikes before big jumps. He would do the jumps first to make sure they were safe, and then let Evel come in and get all the glory. And after a while, the old man said, to hell with that. I want the credit I deserve. So one afternoon, he set out to jump 10 milk trucks. He nailed the takeoff, but when he landed, something terrible happened. His front tire exploded like a cannonball, and his handlebars went straight through his head. Blood was everywhere. His teeth were ground down to a powder, and the front of his face exploded out the back of his skull. He died instantly. The next day.
That's horrible.
Insert fake laughter here.
It was not even fake laughter. It was great. Again, it was absolutely great. But so they're kind of on to the money making now. They're back into it. They're going to kids parties and things. We get another montage.
Another montage?
With music by Europe.
More 80s montage. This is the fiscal jackhammer montage.
That should have been my name at the beginning of this.
The fiscal jackhammer.
Should have thought more about this than Big Safé.
Oh God, that's great.
The fiscal jackhammer.
But so basically, it fails at every inn, but they keep getting paid. You know.
It's when it's like a kids' kids' party. He gets set on fire, just running around, just setting fire to all the cake stands. And
he does like a Houdini stunt where he's in the pool and they can't find the key, so they shoot the padlock to get him
As
out.
the kids run
at a kids'
away.
party.
And he's getting money off the mum, and he goes, they grow up so fast, and she goes, get the fuck off my lawn.
The bit as well where they're at the kind of like a retirement do.
Oh, yeah.
And Rico blows up the tower too soon.
He's got
And the guy's
earphones on,
like,
he can't hear him.
you're a terrible stuntman. What? You're a terrible stuntman. What? You're a He's like, no, I heard you. It's just really hurtful.
A good way to deal with that. But
anyway, that's then we have a Tai Chi session with Denise, where she shows him the move to make him crap his pants.
Oh, we missed a move out already.
What's that?
My favourite move,
oh, I was about to say.
the ultimate punch.
Oh, that was right at the start, though.
That was when he first had
Ultimate
a fight
punch.
with his dad.
When he's fighting Frank, he goes for an ultimate punch, which, how would you explain it?
It's like punching with both fists, but kicking a leg as well.
I'd call it more of a kick.
Aye, but...
Aye, true. Ultimate kick.
No, but I mean, shouting ultimate punch and then kicking them, that's a good move.
It doesn't connect early on, but will it later, if the fight ever occurs? That is the question.
We will find out.
So the other move.
But, you know, they do this, they're back to the training. This is the washing machine moment as well.
Oh, yeah, when he gets taken down by a washing machine.
And I can see why. I don't know what would hurt more, the van or the washing machine.
Definitely a van.
This washing machine.
I would let you hit me with a washing machine before I would let you run me over.
They were braking at the van though.
Or they?
I'm gonna cut that moment where you say I would, and just cut it a little, so you say I'll let you hit me with a van, and I'll be like, all right, or a washing machine.
I've got a verbal contract is binding in Dumfries and Galloway.
But yeah, so basically, Rod walks in on Kevin, but he's making a stuntman compilation.
Well,
He was doing something else. That was just on
Well,
the
aye,
background.
right, you know. Well, he was making that, but then he was also having another project. Which, how would you explain it?
dog sex.
Aye.
Aye, and that was apparently for Mum. You know, not for me.
That's something else I'm working on.
I can't remember where this comes from. He makes the he does this. He shows him the stuntman video, but I've taken this note here and I can't remember where it came from. He could be the next Douglas Bubble Trousers.
That was where he done the montage, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's amazing! You could be the next. What was it?
Douglas Bubble Trousers.
Douglas Bubble Trousers."
And I looked it up, and apparently they've made this up, and it's now become a term for somebody that's doing something who's going to be awesome at it online.
So
Basically,
this podcast could be the next Douglas Bubble Trousers.
No, you'll be like the next Douglas Bubble Trousers for creating this, or you too.
Well, he's the brains. He
Who
does
do
the
you want?
editing.
Who do you want to be, Douglas or Bubble Trousers? I kind of want to be Bubble Trousers. You can be
He
Douglas.
doesn't want to be Bubble Trousers. I'll be Douglas. Ken, all diggy boy. Ken.
Hal Doogie Bubble Trews.
But it's like taking your second name when you create something. You know, like, well, I probably didn't create the sandwich, but the Earl of Sandwich.
What about
know.
Skark McDopland?
Ah, well, he's a wild man. What about
Another-
Doug Reach Around? So basically, Rod loves the compilation, and they end up making a wee stuntman movie, and they put it in the local auditorium basically as a film, and they sold 200 tickets.
Yes, which would get them up to.
They were at 4,000 and something.
I think it's
dollars.
$4,900.
$4,900.
So they're $100 away basically by the time this film plays.
Aye.
And
So they play the film to the auditorium, and basically, it becomes everyone's laughing. He's a laughing stock.
oh, but hey, before it starts,
I've got Dave chatting up Wayne's.
Yeah, Dave is chatting up kids that look suspiciously young. Well, what was it he was drinking? What did you notice?
Oh, it was
it's
like a can, but in a brown bag. You know, been like
It's clearly
hobos-
booze.
Aye, hobos drink it in like a
Because
glass.
in America, I don't
bottle.
think you're allowed to have an open container of
Oh,
booze.
that's it.
So if you have it in a brown bag, that makes it okay.
No, it doesn't look way worse.
No,
like.
exactly.
But that was just a wee moment that I noticed for the first time watching it last night. I was like, whoa, hold on a minute, that's how it starts. But the film plays, and they basically start laughing at the botches in it.
Basically, yeah.
Just laughing at
And,
stunts.
Aye.
It's like you being framed.
Aye.
Rod kind of goes crazy, and like wrecks the projector, throws it out of the window, and then basically he has a fallout with Kevin, who they end up fighting, and then the police all of a sudden come in while Kevin's choking Rod. He screams at the police, "What do you want?" To which point he has to hand over all the money that he's made because he threw the projector out the window and onto an oncoming car's windscreen.
Conveniently, all the money.
All the money had to go back. It cost exactly $4,900 to repair.
Yeah.
So that's back to nothing.
Then he gives up being a stuntman, doesn't he?
Basically, he goes home and he has the talk with his mum, who that's when he finds out his dad wasn't a stuntman. Basically, Rod kind of made that up, and she didn't correct him, and his dad actually died by choking on pie.
He was a cashier.
A cashier.
Aye.
Don't know which one I'd rather.
But basically,
That's
his
when
way
he-
of not being a stuntman is he dresses in a shirt and a tie.
Well, we've got another montage before we get to that though. The wreck in the room montage.
Oh god, yeah.
He
Evil
pulls the
Knievel
posters
pictures
off the
everywhere.
wall. His cape, he throws that on the floor and stomps on it. But I mean, it's like a pathetic wreck in the
I've not
room.
mentioned
isn't it?
his cape.
We've not
Yellow
mentioned his
silk
cage.
cape. With
It's hard
I've,
to describe the
Aye.
greatness.
I've
you know?
always said that if we became a millionaire, I'd like to kick about in a cape.
I'd bring back the cape.
Bring back the cape.
Just
Cape and monocle.
aye. And
Because I've got glasses, but only need it for one side. And I wish I'd got a monocle.
I'd love you in a cape. Just whisk it away your face with a monocle, going, "Charlie, how old been and away I go."
I like to think I'd be like the Monopoly guy. I'd probably shave my beard off and just keep the moustache.
I love it. Dye it white.
And shave my head bald.
Is he bald?
I think so.
you would never know. He's got a hat on all the time, hasn't he?
Am I mixing
kicks
him up with the
off.
Wimpy Man? Are they brothers? Do you think?
I was thinking
Probably.
Pringles.
Oh, Pringles Man.
Pringles
aye.
guy's got a big tash, hasn't he?
Have we just walked on some sort of food conspiracy?
Some Monopoly.
They're just three fat cats sitting in the room going, "They'll eat all the burgers and Pringles we give them. Charlie, how old boy?"
I bet they all smoke cigars.
Oh, I was actually making
You were.
the universal sign of the cigar, Ken.
I thought you just didn't like me or give me the finger.
No, sorry. No, but it could also be like the all Italian off under the chin. Oh, babada-bee, my boy, babada-bee, get away. This is very visual.
Napoli.
Very visual for the audio podcast.
We're gonna have to film this at some point.
You know my deal with.
Yeah.
Gotta be a special show though. It's gotta be a
Oh, yeah,
special
yeah.
show.
I think we should
A
film.
landmark show.
I think we should film The Room.
Oh, that would actually be a good one. Actually, get a big get together for the room. Like, oh my god. Anyway,
though.
that's for another day.
Anyway, Rod transforms himself into a normal guy. He's no longer Hot Rod. He's normal Rod.
But he's away shopping.
He goes
and
shopping.
He's got a hell of a basket.
A basket. I mean, he goes shopping for groceries.
It's vodka.
Literally full of booze.
Aye, that's my kind of shopping.
That's how Mommy used to shop.
But basically, Rico and Denise, they all come in and say, "What are you doing? We're a team. What happened to the team?" They all want him back. They have a wee bit of a greet, actually.
Rico and Dave cry.
Aye.
It's
Oh,
Dave.
You made me cry. You made tears come out of my face.
Dave's crying. He's like, just walks away. He's fine.
And Denise basically says the reason she wanted to join the crew was because everybody grew up and got boring, but he
Stayed the
always
same.
did what he wanted to do, and she liked that. And but he's basically gave up. He doesn't want this anymore. It's a bit sad. So it's the middle of the night, and Rod gets a phone call.
A very calm phone call from Dave.
Mm-hmm. Who wants picked up if it's not too much trouble.
And maybe they could go to the hospital if that's okay.
And then
Why?
montage.
What's wrong? Nah, nothing wrong. We'll probably just go for a checkup and that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a montage?
Aye, that's when he goes to, tells about what happened, isn't it? It was like I can't remember what he was doing before it.
Oh yeah, it's like a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He trips
He's like,
acid with
so
his pal.
basically, basically he's like, oh, I've got this acid, but I've got some work. I'll do it. Okay.
Starts grinding some metal, and then
He's tripping balls. Basically.
that's why he turns round, doesn't he? And then that's when
You see basically there's like a big chunk
shard
of
of
metal on
metal,
his
aye.
face. So yeah, he takes him to the hospital. Calls him Mountain Face.
He
had a
actually,
massive suitcase.
aye.
Still
Well,
don't get that.
I think it's an overnight bag, basically.
I think.
How much are you parking?
I think it was supposed to be an overnight bag, but it was like a suitcase he was taking. But I mean, the guy's tripping balls. Like,
This is true.
high five for even thinking of taking the bloody case.
Didn't take the fridge.
It'll be full of Cheetos again. But he actually at one point a wee bit of gold that I didn't notice until we were watching it this time. At one point, Dave basically goes, "Oh!" when they're driving past and goes, "You just ran over a small school bus."
I didn't see anything.
It was great.
It was like really small.
But he takes him to the hospital. But
So
basically,
but Dave then talks some sense into him, even though he's out his tits on LSD. That's kind of when he realizes he needs to.
Sometimes that's the most time you make sense. Like
Totally.
oh, absolutely, I've made sense this whole podcast. Well. So he basically wants to make amends. So Rod he wants back a team. He goes to apologise to Kevin.
I've got one other point to make about the waking up scene though. Rod sleeps in his suit,
The suit is for life.
not just for Christmas.
But he does. But then he goes to see Kevin, and Kevin's doing karaoke to his audience of stuffed animals.
How do you do karaoke?
If I did, that's what it would be like. I do it at the pub in front of people going, "Oh God, he's going to sing Afro Man because I got high again." It was funny the first time.
that's how I do my Richardson dance.
Oh, yes.
Just warm it up on the stuffed teddies first.
But they basically accept the apology. He's back in the team, and then we get the famous Cool Beans scene.
Montage. Cool beans.
They say we should just go around the room now.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Go, Cool Beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Beans.
Cool.
Beans.
Cool
Beans.
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 It's difficult to date as humans.
Yeah.
But then
I could edit that.
Kevin basically says that before he made the film, he put it online. It's got 100,000 downloads, and basically KRN, the AM radio show, is wanting to sponsor the bus jump. So they've got they're going to give up the $5,000, and they've got the £50,000 jump all set up basically.
Basically, it's going to be like a phone sponsor thing. Where they phone in to donate money on it.
Yeah, old school children in need. Well, one thing with children in need, right?
You just text now, do you not?
Aye, but no. But all these years, all this money they've raised, couldn't help Pudsey fix his eye. That he's been knackered since it started.
You'd think Pudsey was actually deteriorating the way they've been going on.
Oh God, I hope not. Christ, can't you have him going like the same way? Bloody, what's his name? Robot voice went. Stephen Hawking. I love Pudsey. So basically, the next day they're setting up.
Next day, there's a site building montage. More 80s music.
It's not a montage.
Yeah,
oh no, there is. Sorry, there is. Aye.
And then we're introduced to Chris Parnell.
Chris Parnell, who is famous for obviously
Archer.
being Cyril Figgis in Archer. He's in other things as well, but I mean Archer. What more do you want? And he's Barry in this.
We were talking about great voices earlier. Chris Parnell has a great voice, but not like an epic voice. He's just got such a recognisable and funny voice. It's great.
It's more like a narrator's voice.
Also, Cyril Figgis is one of the best names of a character ever.
It's good, but basically he is the owner of the local AM radio station that's doing this, and they're wanting to get back to the big time, and this is the jump that they're hoping for. And he shows us a tattoo. How would you explain the tattoo?
Basically, it's a little cartoon guy pissing on an FM radio and a TV. Now, I realise it's impossible for the piss to go in two directions, but I like to think he had sex last night and there was a bit of semen stuck at the end of his willy, which was causing it to go in the two different directions. And if you look directly above that, there's an AM radio, safe and dry from the urine splash.
Do you think it's worth a splice after you bigged up his voice?
I don't think I need to. I think my impression there was pretty much spot on.
Aye. I think you watch the film and see how good his voice is at doing it, though. He's got quite a good maniacal laugh as well.
He's got better lines that I'd like to splice in.
Oh, I like it.
So,
but basically after this, Rod phones Denise, but Jonathan picks up and asks to leave a message.
Yes, aye.
And he goes, "Can you tell her I'm jumping in the morning?" He goes, "Jump tomorrow," makes the hand gesture, not writing it down. Rod actually says, "Are you just making that hand gesture, not writing it down?" And he goes, "Rod, come on, man." And basically Denise doesn't get the message.
Wrong number.
Yeah, basically. But we're back to Frank. He tells Frank that they're going to save him with this jump.
The bit before it, though, when the ambulance guy's coming out, he's like, "I give that guy 1 week."
I missed that, actually.
Then he goes in and
the ambulance, the other ambulance.
Bedroom door, and it's a big, heartfelt, sentimental bit. And then
No, that's before that. That's when the other ambulance guy goes, "It's a bit insensitive, Jim."
But they actually have a kind of warming moment where Frank basically goes, "You're going to get yourself killed." But he doesn't want to live in a world where he can't kick his ass, basically. Which
He's
is
like,
quite
"I'm going to cure you and then beat you to death."
But basically it's the next day. It's the day of Big Jump, and we have, now, the song in this.
Oh, yeah. When he's getting his posse together and they're walking towards. The song is "You're the Voice." Who does it again?
John Farnham.
Yes.
And it's
I'm gonna.
If you're not gonna splice it in, you're gonna give us a wee sing song. You said if you're not.
I'm gonna splice it in under this bit that we're talking about.
Right,
I'm just gonna put it in underneath.
Fantastic.
Underneath us talking about the riot.
Aye. So basically, it all starts really positive. They're all just walking down. There's people of all ethnicities singing along to the song.
That was something else that was noted.
It's really positive. Yeah, there's like a bit where they all start singing. There's a white fella, an Asian fella, and then a black fella. It's like just totally.
A black woman, I think.
Aye. Maybe it is.
Aye, all races and
all
genders
races.
covered.
It's the
of the time.
I think it's to show like the whole world coming together, solidarity.
Okay.
Which then takes a little turn for the worst. It gets very sour very quickly.
It looks like Richardson that throws the telly through the shop window.
Did it?
Was it Richardson? Like him. I don't think it was smaller and fatter, but it looked like him.
The bit that gets me in the riot scene that is the funniest is when
guy in the wheelchair.
When they tip the person. This is not funny. Shouldn't be laughing at this, but they count the guy out the wheelchair.
Scott, if it's funny, it's funny. Right? Okay.
That's funny.
Everyone's got different senses of humour. This is ours. Deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But basically, I noticed about this song. Now, while the riots happen, there's a wee bagpipe procession that starts playing. This song has bagpipes. What other songs can you name that have bagpipes? I can only think of two. There's a Paul McCartney song that I can't think of, and there's a band called Graveworm that do a cover of Iron Maiden's Fear in the Dark, and they put bagpipes in for a solo. That's it. I can't think. Like, there isn't actually bagpipe music.
My gift to you, Corn.
Oh, shits and ladders. Very well done, sir. Yeah, you've
easy
top trumped me there.
Also, Lowrider when Corn do the cover of it.
Oh yeah. I like how yours is a trumpet though, Ken.
I don't know how to do a bad
Sorry,
big
were you
noise.
doing Corn by Real Big Fish? Pretty good though. But so basically the team of 4 basically go away for this riot and basically now I don't know if you need to splice that in, but they basically go, oh my god, did we cause that? It all started so positive, man. Then I went down and Rico's basically holding a small TV going.
Rico's got involved in the riot and the looting. So
And then basically says it's a shame that people, take something good and then make a bad situation out of it.
We just didn't have any time to do anything about it. He's there holding a TV in front of him.
Aye.
How have we missed the Tai Chi bit?
We didn't. We mentioned it.
Mentioned it, but we
What,
didn't.
where he was getting oiled by the homeless kind of hillbilly
well,
guy?
No,
It's
that's
like-
not started yet, has it? That's in
Yeah,
this month.
that starts at the beginning of the montage.
Aye. Well, the beginning of the montage, he's in the woods doing Tai Chi, and how would you describe
Wait,
it?
he thinks now he's good at Tai Chi because when Denise done it to him,
Yeah, basically.
showed him Tai Chi. And then, again, for some reason, it must be like a 50-year-old Asian guy or something.
With a beard.
Just starts like mirroring his movements, but has like a full 3-litre bottle of baby oil, just spreading it on them, and it's just weird. It seems really ripped in it as well. I meant to say, is that a body double for him? Because it didn't look like a.
He doesn't look ripped in the whole film until that point.
Yeah.
I don't know
Did
if
he have
maybe-
his top off in the rest of the film, though?
Yeah, but
Maybe
he's
baby-
kicking about in a
baby oil
Hulkamania
does
vest.
that, though.
He's all buys and tries. I don't know.
His legs must be pretty strong cycling on that moped.
Oh well, that's true. Aye. But aye, it's big jump day. Cyril's on commentary. But then we cut to Jonathan and Denise in the car, and Jonathan intentionally kills a raccoon and then laughs about it. And Denise is like, "Should we go and check on the raccoon?"
He's like, the raccoon would stop for us.
It's hard to hate him when you just hear BoJack or Job for Arrested Development saying this. But basically, he stops to get like a vitamin water.
Vitamin water, never heard of that.
What a lot of shit. Is that like that smart water you get?
Well,
now,
that's just
Ken?
water. I thought the
Do you know
company was called Smart
Do you know
Water.
the smart water? That's Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Aye.
full of sugar as well, isn't it?
I don't know, but I know Coca-Cola's the company that's doing it. That's why it's
Never
getting the
knew
big
that.
push.
I remember when I was in America, again, just because we're talking about water now, the company, is it like Dasani or something it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
50 Cent used to own that.
Did he?
He
Really?
sold it. I'm sure he used to own
Aye.
that, and he sold it to, I just don't like Nestle
Aye.
or something like
Aye.
that. But I'm sure 50 Cent had like a water company and then sold it. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
that.
got a lot of stuff because he's certainly not making any good rap music now. So he does loads of other things, but
I
good
don't
on
know,
him.
Like, I mean,
Make
the
that
last
money.
50 Cent tune I liked was, someone had done a cover of it, and it was called 50 Gent. It was
The big man.
It was a metal candy shop cover. It was awesome.
Oh,
I've
it's
heard
so
that.
good.
I think I probably
You
like
said
listen to it.
Aye. What's the name of the guy who does that again?
I think the guy's called Andy Kettle. It's
Aye.
not like I don't think he's like a big star. Or
No,
anything. It's just a
look him up.
guy I came across on Facebook.
YouTube kind of star. You can subscribe to him. It's good. Is that not it?
No, I don't even think he's on YouTube. I think
he
he's. I think it was SoundCloud. I found it on.
Oh, class. Anyway, it's worth a look at that. But basically, he then what does he say? He was going to buy Denise as well.
Oh, some dong bags. So going forward from now on, I will be referring to condoms as dong bags.
In case we want to knock boots.
What a line! But basically, she hears on the radio. She changes the radio station.
She
and it
changes
says
to the AM radio
Aye.
station.
And finds out Ro's doing the jump, and he goes. Denise says, "Oh, did you hear Ro's doing the jump?" And he's like, "Oh God, babe, who the hell cares?" And then he says, "You know what? You're pathetic." And then she just runs away, and then he gives the almighty,
Babe, wait,
Babe.
wait, babe, babe, no!
She's basically away in the van halfway through this.
Absolutely
A van
brilliant.
just picks her up. She gets willingly into like a stranger's van. We didn't.
No
pick up on
one
that.
willingly gets into my van.
Oh, good God! But so she's away to the jump.
She
Yeah.
basically bursts in. But while they're getting it's like a big psych up for the jump. He basically gives his wee speech on how he's going to kick Frank's ass.
Aye, he's
Shouts,
got a new bike.
"Peace!"
He's got a new bike, a new outfit, and Rico has rigged the whole place with fireworks and gives him a pet rock.
Exactly.
But but he gives that big speech, like you say. And how would you describe the band that plays while he's doing this jump? Now you had said, "Is this Europe now?" And I went, "No, unfortunately, it's not," because they're in stupid hair and they're clearly done up to look like an 80s band.
Clearly, yeah.
The band in this film and on the soundtrack is called Gown, and they have got this song on the soundtrack. How would you think of them?
Very easy.
What if I told you that the band now the band's name in this is Gown. That's not the actual band that's doing it. The band in this that's cosplaying as Gown is Queens of the Stone Age.
I actually could believe that because the guy, the singer, I was
Homme.
like, that looks very much like someone I know. And now that you've told me it's Josh Homme, I could totally believe that
And
because
he's pals with loads of comedians
he
as
is
well.
up for a laugh, Josh Homme, man.
And he is pals with.
Did you see that video of Josh Homme kicking that woman in the face?
Yeah, he's laid low since then.
Nah, he's not having fun now, is he?
Do people not realise there's cameras at things?
Jamie Carragher, didn't he?
Oh God, I'm sorry. That's when you're making that kind of money, you can't be spitting at 14-year-old girls like John Anarisa. Oh, he's a good guy though. I'm like, no, in that video he's not.
Everyone's a good guy when they're not spitting at 14-year-old
well,
Waynes.
this is it, aye. God, it sounds so much worse when you say
It does.
14-year-old Waynes. Oh God. Oh, Jamie. Basically, but old Cyril, I know he's not called Cyril, but we'll go with Cyril.
We'll call
doing the
him
commentary. He gives the great line on, well, he's doing the announcements.
This
basically.
is the one I want to splice in. So,
Splice.
You like stunts? What about terminally ill stepfathers?
And that's when Denise appears after that.
Yep.
Time for a wee smooch.
What a smooch.
She
Quite
went
the
full
smooch.
on.
Full on smooch.
Full
Tongue.
on, tongue, open mouth. By Christ. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I do.
But she gives the almighty kiss, and and it's jump time basically.
Jump
It's
time.
go time.
The tension. You can.
We
I was
comment-
impressed.
we-
Just before the jump even started, the ramp he goes up is like 5 layers of like steep.
turning and
Aye,
everything.
and
We
it's really
both
thin
made
as well.
we both made the same assumption. Like I would fall off there.
I wouldn't even be able to get the bike.
If I thought
up.
he was going to make a cunt of himself, it would have been there.
But he's at the top and he calls on all the animals, the souls of the animal kingdom. Read them out, boy.
What have we got? We've got eagle, fox, dolphin, octopus, and house cat.
In that order.
In that
Perfect.
When did he get the house cat?
That was just at the very, very end. When the fuck did octopus come into it?
Ah, true.
Mental.
From all angles.
All
right?
angles, exactly.
Um,
But anyway, there's not really much to say about the next bit. He sets off. There's fireworks exploding as
Fireworks were
he
impressive.
mightily bails down this the stunt ramp.
Rico done himself well with those
Rico did
fireworks.
himself
yeah.
proud with that.
No pyro, no party. That's what I said.
Correct. There's fireworks. He takes off. He waves, thumbs up, hands off the bike, comes off the bike.
It was
The
after
bike,
a long mid-flight scene.
It's like a
He's
a
looking
drawn
across
out.
at Denise.
He's looking across, giving the thumbs up to his pals. Richardson's looking on with like adoring eyes. Basically, the bike explodes and he ragdolls.
Again, amazing crash scene.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
brilliant crash
It
scene.
is.
and basically he's knocked out and they all run to his aid.
But this is when he has his righteous outer body experience.
Can you explain it?
Basically, it's the fight scene between the taco and the grilled cheese. And right enough, the taco did win.
With a steel chair.
This is the point where we could have done with some more JR and King.
I'd love you just to splice in a JR call, like just a
God, King!
he may be broken in half. Because that would be outstanding. Because there'll be folk that don't know who JR is, but basically he's the
You
greatest
don't know who
commentator.
JR
of
and
all
King
time.
are. Stop listening to my podcast.
But he wakes up from this basically.
He pulls through.
And the whole time the money's going up. It paused when he did the jump, but once he gets up, he bravely walks and he goes up the ramp. The money starts piling in.
He hits the 50,000.
And Ebenezer Scrooge offers everyone a goose outside a bus window for some reason, with Cyril giving, "It's Ebenezer Scrooge!"
My notes just say, inexplicable Scrooge with goose.
So they've reached 50,000 and Frank can get his heart transplant.
Basically, yep.
6 months later,
We've got to 6 months later. We're putting on a CD.
Europe's greatest hits.
Would it be anything else, really?
I do own it.
We go for fight time again, but this time he's got a legit tash.
Small, but legit.
I'm saying tash.
What did you call it?
He called it something.
No, you called it something. I thought you said whisker tash.
Wispy.
Wispy.
A
That's
wispy,
it.
aye. That's it.
Mark's calling it a wispy tash because that's what he's got.
Not whisper gold.
Oh no, wispy gold.
The tash is the only thing impressive on mine.
That's through your genes, isn't it?
Exactly.
I should explain. I'm the baby beard out of the three of us. Honestly,
I think we're gonna have to put a photo of us three on Facebook tonight. Selfie.
I'm the patchwork quilt out of the three of us.
have you seen how I look tonight? I look like a Polish mugshot.
It's kind of like an evolution of like teenager, pathetic beard, homeless.
God, but so we've got Europe playing. He goes down to get Frank. You know,
With what was it you called it, Matt?
Oh, what did I call it? Oh, the bandana. The bandana.
With a righteous bandana.
Kevin warns him that he's older, but he's got a young heart. He could be even stronger, but he goes down for it.
He goes down. They have a pretty mean fight. He lands the ultimate punch, which is a kick.
And for some reason, Frank whips out a throwing star. Just whacks him with a throwing star right near the heart.
Brilliant.
But they fall through the walls and everything. There's a barbecue outside. We've got Cyril and the mom.
Cyril, everyone's there. Richardson's there. They're all there.
That's when he starts dunting his head off the barbecue. And Dave in the background's like, that's rented.
It's a rented barbecue, man.
And it's a harrowing fight. It's close. JR would be going absolutely apeshit.
It's a real slobber knocker.
And
basically, though, Rod gets the better of him, pins him down, and shouts at him to say he's a man, admit that he's a man, and he finally says that he's a man
with a smile on his face.
With a smile on his face. And at that point, who wants to give the last glorious scene?
I can't remember what the name of it's called. Oh, it's when she was doing Tai Chi, wasn't it?
Just Tai Chi, yeah.
Aye. It was when you were doing the Tai Chi and there was a special move where it was like 3 or 4 punches to the body and then like double hand punch about 4 times to the body. It makes you shit yourself. If I'm walking funny tomorrow, it's because everyone's doing this move to me.
It ends on shitting yourself.
Frank shits himself.
It's the Rocky shout at the end.
It's a Rocky shit yourself smile move.
Rod gives the Rocky end of the Rocky
punch in
pose.
the air.
The punch in the air, the Philadelphia statue pose basically, and we're out.
Roll credits.
What a film!
What's the general consensus in the rating? Are we giving it golden? I think this one deserves golden turds. It's not a turd film.
It's not. I think it's
golden turds is a good term though. It means this
shite film.
Folks say this film's maybe some folk maybe say this film's shit, but we think it's gold in its own wee way. And
but that's what I was saying. Like 13th Warrior gave it 2.5 and 2.5. Like actual shit, it was 2.5 because they were missing that 20 minutes.
It annoys you what's missing, even though there's bits
I mean, I like
the
film, but yeah, that annoyed me.
Oh, it annoys me, but I still think it's. I I still love it.
But this one, I'm just saying, is golden turds for me.
Oh, it's pure
golden
gold.
Aye.
What are you giving it?
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we do it, my girlfriend watched this with me, but she'd had a long, hard day. Oh no, I've gave her a review.
You've gave the
We've got our review, but she did enjoy it the first time she saw it, so she thought it was pretty good. What did Hayley think of it?
Hayley said, "Our pretty standard. It was all right." I mean, I get that. Like everything doesn't matter what I've done. It was all right. Oh, great. That's it. I'm going to sleep now. Night.
That was pointing towards sex, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes.
I'd give this I mean, if we're giving it golden turds, I'd give it a solid 4.5. Like
4.5.
I think
Matt,
it's
when you
pretty
giving
good.
Can I give it one?
Yeah, of course.
Jackpot. I thought just because I was a newbie, I was just like,
no.
You'll be on again. This is part of the crew.
I'd give it. I'll be honest. I'm going to get 5.
5 out of 5
strong
golden turds.
start.
Richardson.
Oh.
Montages.
Fake moustaches.
It's gold.
That does it for me.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was coming in here to do a review of a good film. Sorry, I didn't realise a shit good film.
No, but it's a good film. But obviously, with the review, we're looking at the reviews that other people have gave it. Everybody, but those like Metacritic, they should be higher for this.
I don't think this was a bad film at all. And
no, it's great.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4.5. I would watch it
Excellent.
again.
I never tire of watching it.
4.5 out of 5 ain't a bad shout.
I mean, I'm tempted to get more, but I'm just.
What would you rather watch, that or 13th Warrior?
Well, it depends what mood.
Very different films.
Depends what mood.
All right.
I'll give you.
We'll play this game then. That or Black Dynamite.
That's tough. I'd say they're about honestly equal.
I was just going to say, I think the exact same. I would struggle to pick between the two.
If I was watching the 1340 with people that had already seen it, I'd pick that. If I was wanting to introduce folk to a good film, watching, having a drink, who hadn't seen either of the films, I'd show them this one. I wouldn't show them 1340, I'd show them this shin. And obviously, if you like this shin, definitely show you it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. But it's gold. It's pure gold. And, I mean, Andy Samberg's went to big things after that. He's in The Lonely Island. You've got Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's class.
I really enjoy it.
But I'd say it's pretty solid. Good film. Highly recommended.
Good suggestion by Mr. Matt over there.
Belter.
One good thing I've done in my life.
I think this has been good.
I've enjoyed it.
It's good. I've enjoyed it, and
Matt's like, I'm never coming back on this shit
Thanks for having me.
ever again.
well, we're gonna have to get everybody's gonna have to come back on.
Exactly, absolutely.
It's just getting everybody on with what they want to do, basically. Isn't it?
That's the thing. I think Matt suggested Hot Rod, so I think it was only fair that he came on.
Well, we have got boys that have gave suggestions that things they want to come on. And I suppose it's who's free at the time, Ken. But
Absolutely.
It's all good. It's
I think next. What are we gonna do next time? We're gonna do Zodiac.
I'm alright with that. Aye.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm totally. I'm kind of. I've been listening to the last podcast with it.
Are you starting from the beginning of it, or like?
Well, what we're gonna do first, we're gonna do the film,
right?
And then segue onto the actual what we know actually happened.
Off that.
Well, it's more because we said from the beginning, it's like we'll do films and stuff that we like, and we'll do whatever we want. I hate being pigeonholed into one thing.
Well, that was
with music and
that
stuff.
was the original plan, wasn't it? I said, should we cover this? I gave things with nobody's done this, nobody's done this, nobody's done this, but it'd be chronologically doing something.
Yeah.
And you went, I didn't want to be pigeonholed, and I went, that's fine, because I quite like the idea of doing it differently. And we've done a few movies and that, but I'd like to do.
I think and
I think it's quite good because you could. I don't know how you want to do it, but you could do basically the film review and then also. Here's what we know, and
this is what we know.
There's a lot to it. I love it though.
Man,
I love
so
it.
I know nothing about it.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, that could be a couple of parts. Like, I don't think you could do that all at once.
No, we'll see how it goes. Basically,
we could do an episode of setting the scene and then an episode on just like your suspects and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd be up for that.
Definitely.
Because my brain will be fried, but I love it. It is my favourite things. Like I need to read the book again, but the book is basically the film.
Well, the thing with the film is, what got me was someone slacking. I actually tagged Mark on a thing. It was someone on Facebook the other day, like name the worst film you've ever seen or something. And I was just going through them looking for like ideas for this. Then someone put Zodiac. I was like, no, hold on a minute. So I tagged Mark in it, and the guy totally got involved in like a wee conversation.
What was my rebuttal? It was But he was moaning about what happens in the film, and I basically goes...
I was like, that's what happened.
But that's what happened. You can't just make that. And then I went, Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, 10 on 10. You know, again, I was like, you're not having this. But I can see it is a long watch. That is the thing.
Did you read the comment above your one? Before that one that you thingied? Because I clicked on it and I wanted to see what you were saying about it. The one above that was... my dad's sex tape after the third time I watched
that was gold!
After the third time, it was a tough watch. Yeah, I did see that.
But there was folk on that, like somebody went, "Oh, Shawshank Redemption's the worst film," and I'm like,
"Yeah, I read that, and I was just like, are you
just wanting
reaction
with that?
You're full of shit." I mean, fair enough, but no, I'm not having that.
I love the Shawshank Redemption.
Too good. So I'm excited to do that. Whatever order you feel's best, I'm happy. But I think the film's good, but it's a long watch.
Oh yeah, but
if you like that kind of stuff though, you'll good. David Fincher does it. It's good.
That's the thing. I think I'd get pretty into it. Like,
aye, it's good.
Even if we had a break in between, so we can do a wee bit more research, like we could do something else in between the segue, like from the Zodiac. But I'd like to do a wee bit on the Zodiac.
We've got good at notes. I think that's the main thing because we're not trying to memorise things, Ken. Because my memory's shot. But no, it's a good start because I was thinking about other things that we could do down the line, and there's been loads of good shouts though. So we'll see how and get on whoever wants to come on with subjects, Ken. But definitely. I'm happy with it. But it's been a good show.
That's been.
I think it's been good.
An hour and a half.
That's our longest, Jen.
That's the longest one we've done.
1340 was about an hour 20 or something.
I thought we were going to struggle.
Exactly.
To get an hour and a half out of this. I was like, that's will be about 30 minutes long. But there you go.
Aye, good. All right.
That's it.
We're calling it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Calling it a day.
Just want to fade out with some Richardson dancing now.
Thanks for coming on.
Third guest, Belter. 3 good guests.
Aye. See you later.
Yeah.